a very interesting topic and invite a very, very interesting special guest of mine. We have Jitendra Patwari ji, all the way from India, who's joining us today. A global namaste to you, Jitendra ji.
Thank you, and hello to everyone.
Hello. And Jitendra ji, I know your background is amazing because you're a Reiki master. You've been involved in the world of meditation for the past 35, 40 years, so many years. And also, not just that, you're a healer, you're a writer, you're an author. There are so many talents that you have. Please tell us a little bit about your journey onto how did you get involved in the world of meditation, Reiki, energy, healing. It's a very interesting subject.
Someone just said that everything happens for a reason.
I said that.
Exactly that happened. I was with yogas and yoga postures. I was with yoga postures since 1975, yogasana and pranayama, etc. But it was not with energy work. In 1998, I got sick. And that was called Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. So my seventh nerve got damaged. I'm not going to describe that, but that was horrible. And the best doctors in India, one of the top doctors from London had come to India. He also said that you will never recover. At that point of time, somebody told me about Reiki. I just laughed because my understanding at that point of time didn't accept that some kind of energy can come and heal. I just thought, what the hell the doctors will be doing at that point of time then. But because somebody was saying something for my good, so I just listened to that person, my boss. But ultimately, I'm cutting it short, otherwise it becomes very long. Ultimately, I did Reiki, just out of curiosity. There also I laughed. I said, nothing happened to me. The fellow just blew and took some money. That was my comment. But after third or fourth day, all of a sudden, vibration started from my left hand. I thought I'm getting feverish. But then all of a sudden I recollected that no, the Reiki master was saying that wherever there is an issue, warm vibrations will start first. So putting all my that time intellectual understanding on one side, I started doing whatever Reiki master said. And that took me to various experiences beyond my all understanding. So I went on doing more and more. I went into Kundalini. I became Reiki Grandmaster. I went into Kundalini. I went to various Chinese meditation techniques, some other techniques. So almost 5-6 hours per day I was giving to meditation and all these practices.
So I just wanted to share with the audience members that, of course, when you went through this issue with your nervous system, you stopped, your face would not be able to move for some, you couldn't show emotion.
Seventh nerve damage, seventh nerve means, see, it's a motor nerve. There are two motor nerves, on both the sides of the face. So that means it won't move at all. Your eyes will not close. You will not be able to speak, at least paw, and bow. You will not be able to speak because the lips have to touch, and that will be, you will not be able to eat from one side.
Like a paralysis of some sort, right?
Yeah, but very, very extreme kind of thing.
Yes. So what we're going through is this Reiki energy helped you to go through it and heal this as well.
That's the world of energy, first of all. Otherwise, I had tried allopathy, acupuncture, acupressure, homeopathy, Ayurveda, whatever pati was there, I had tried at that point of time. But that took me to this part. I went to the another world, and I went into Kundalini and so many other things. And then after 3 years, extensive practicing for 3 years, I came in touch with a Himalayan master, who is my guru now, Swami Shivkripanandji. You know.
My Swamiji as well. Yes.
You very well know that.
Yes.
And that also because at that time it was said Kundalini Jagruti Sivir. So just because of that word, I was drawn to that. Mm-hmm. It's again as if somebody pulled me there and I went there. And then various experiences started. So first 5-6 years, I went through various experiences, but basically the logical mind was there. So then I tried to find out
Yeah, so this is what I wanted to find out, that when you're talking about, because some people don't believe in the energy system, that you can be healed through energies, and there could be
true.
audience members from around the world. We've got 140 countries actually around the world who are kind of tuning in from different parts. Some have different types of understanding of how to heal. Some may go for more authentic, like orthodox medicine. Some people go for more energy systems or the Chinese medicine. They're all different ways to heal. But for you, it worked, the fact that this energy healing worked.
It worked, and then I went into that scientifically. I tried to find out why it was happening. And then I came to know that there are so many things which we are not knowing. And that's why we are saying that this is beyond this is below intellectual. Actually, this is beyond intellectual level.
Yes.
Spirituality, what I believe is, spirituality starts where intellectual level, what we call intellectual level, that ends.
Right.
It started like that. I went into why. Then I came to know everything is energy and all those things. Even the living or non-living things, everything is energy. The only thing we can't, the energy particles move in such a way that we can't make it out. Then I naturally vibrations and everything was doing so many things. So it started happening. Started feeling from everywhere. And fortunately so many people came in contact. Globally, various people automatically came in contact.
That's another thing I would like to ask, because you, in your social media, and you have a very huge following, and they always, you write your blogs, and slowly over a period of time, you started getting many, many thousands of people. How many people are normally read your articles and listen? Can you share that?
Frankly, I became a medium in spreading meditation to over 100,000.
To over 100,000 people are always listening and reading your programs.
One of the events in 2005, you attended that. In that single event, there were 60,000 people.
Yes, I had a chance to talk there as well. And that was a very interesting subject where they introduced me as Dr. Honey Kalaria, and everyone thought I was a medical doctor. And I used to wonder, why have almost 1,000 people come to speak to me about their health problems? I had no idea in my head that it's probably because they introduced me as a doctor. So it was absolutely funny, but it was about 50, 60,000 people, I believe. That was a very huge crowd there, audience that we had there.
So because I got involved, then I started taking lectures even for doctors. National conferences I addressed of the doctors and bridging science and spirituality. And then I came to know that they were also interested in knowing, but they didn't have the time. And some conditioning was that it was not there. Whenever you showed
conditioning means that people would not believe. Wouldn't believe the fact that they could be healing through an energetic.
But when we went with all the scientific proofs that these are the changes in the brain, why it goes to alpha and then theta and delta and whatever, and then they started believing that, and then the exhibition also, one very big exhibition is now going in various countries also. That is also based on my lecture. It happened.
And you also
went on happening.
Yes.
Then
the science. Sorry, I'm just coming back to the science and the spirituality side, which is very interesting because you've done a lot of studies. You've studied for many, many years on how did this energetic frequency heal you? How did it do that? And then you studied the the science and spirituality. If there are audience members listening out there who may not believe in, they may have tried all different ways of healing, but they haven't tried the energetic method. What would you say to them? That, is any scientific messages you could give, or is there a message you'd like to give?
See, whatever changes are coming because of the energy or because of meditation, that can be very well measured. There can be so many things are there. Aura photography was already there since long.
Kirlian photography.
It was always there. Now, even you were just talking about the soul. Right now, you're talking about the soul, right? Now, Dr. Korotko of Russia, he has already, through his GDB camera, he has found out that after the death, the soul leaves the body in 3 days. He has just experimented that. And that has come in the photography also.
Right.
Soul leaving the body. The video is also available in everywhere. Dr. Korotko is a living person. Then the impact of words and thoughts on water, that is also scientifically proved now.
Yeah, Dr. Emoto, for example. Dr. Emoto. Dr. Emoto.
He came in my contact. I came in his contact in 2003. in fact.
It's a fantastic man, fantastic experiments. And this is just that when you pray on water and take a photograph of the crystals of the water, the crystals change based on, and if we are 70% water, our bodies, all the thoughts, all the words, everything that we're saying is actually having a real impact on our crystals of our bodies. Yes, energy frequencies.
Absolutely. So my writings are going like that. I mean, this title of the series in Gujarati, the title of the series is Vignani Aakhe, Adhyatmani Paakhe. That means through the lenses of science on the wings of spirituality.
True. That's a lovely lens of science.
Lenses, yes.
Wings science of spirituality.
Science can see, spirituality can make you fly.
Oh, beautiful. What a lovely, very nice.
That was the first title. So because somebody insisted that I should write, and I should write in Gujarati first, being the mother language, somebody said, and insisted rather, my colleagues rather. So I started writing that, and now it's going on for the last 3-4 years. The first book has also come out, chakraSamhita.
Oh, let me share a little bit about this, Jitendra ji, because I know that you have this wonderful video. I mean, I'm just got a quick little compilation of some of your wonderful things here. This is what you do in terms of writing, all your write-ups. Yeah, just a quick little, just to help people understand that you do a lot of write-ups, don't you? So there is, and you write for many different newspapers and magazines about this subject.
Yeah, it goes to a wider circle. Yes. And because actually, most of the people don't know that the entire life, right from birth to death, that's covered into 7 chakras. Even the people who know the word chakra or something basic about the chakra, they don't understand. They don't have that information that everything, whether health, whether emotion, whether spirituality, you said 3 things, mind, body and soul, all the 3 are covered in 7 chakras. None of the doctors is out of these 7 chakras, none of the diseases, I mean. So that is also there. None of the emotions, that is out of 7 chakras. Spirituality is always there. So that means this should be popularized. So I just tried out to, I mean, it's you can say it's my vision rather, that I should spread it to more and mission rather, that I should spread it to more and more people, and that is happening automatically.
Well, why do you think it will help people? Why do you think it will help? Because of course I understand the positive impacts of this, but why do you believe? Why do you think that it's important for you to share this with the world?
Because ultimately, if the chakras are healed, then the person will be healed. If the person will be healed, then the earth will automatically be healed.
Yes, the very
before healing the earth, one has to heal him or herself. Isn't it?
Before we think about peace in the world,
how can I heal others?
Yeah, before we think
balanced, no?
Yes, absolutely.
If not 100%, then to the maximum extent, I should be balanced.
Yeah. So while we're thinking about healing our earth, we have to think about healing ourselves first. Thinking about peace and peace around the world, you have to think about inner peace yourself. So there are everything that we do in a collective manner has to start off with you as a person, right?
Yeah.
That's a very good.
Secondly, everybody has, particularly after the corona, and even before that, WHO was saying that every 1 out of 5 persons will have depression. Now it's changed. Now they are saying 50% people will have depression within a year or so, if not now. That is the latest estimate. And we are saying that. The only thing, somebody is certified as depressive, somebody is not certified yet. But that has started. So everything is connected with the chakra again. Fear is there because of corona. So many people have lost family members because of that. So shocks are there. Financial losses are there. Everything is there. So chakras are maximum imbalanced at this point of time. So that probably at that point of time, the book has come out. And in Gujarati or Hindi, fortunately, I became the first one in the history of these languages to come out with such a detailed book. And in a simple language, and that too in a scientific way.
Will we have it in different languages in the future? Because I know you started with the Gujarati.
It started with Gujarati. Hindi is almost complete.
Yes.
English, Punjabi, Marathi, French, German, Tamil.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, the work is going on. Might take some time.
Oh, we all look forward, because I know that every single person who's out there, we all from linguistic here. Yeah. Everybody speaks different languages, but English is probably the language that everybody can understand. So that we look forward to that one for definite. I'll be the first one to go out there and get that book, Jitendraji, and get it signed by you as well. So yeah, and Jitendraji, because before we move on to our next guest in about 5-10 minutes, I just wanted to say, are there any messages or anything that you'd like to share which is important about healing our earth and using your knowledge to help us in that direction?
My only submission or only message to the people are there, that everybody has to get involved in the chakra system. If they understand the chakra well, and if they can understand how to heal, there are so many ways. It's not necessary that everybody has to go for a meditation. It's not necessary. There can be music, there can be color therapy, there can be yoga therapy. I've covered everything in the book. Even music I've covered in 5 ways. Binaural beats, classical rag for the particular chakra, solfeggio frequency, Tibetan balls, subliminal messages, all those things are there. Affirmations can be done, visualization can be done, whatever one can do. And then how emotional balancing, that is also covered. So those things should go to everyone. So then people will understand that why we are suffering, why we feel not healed. Yes. Until people are not healed, earth cannot get healed so fast.
Yes. And I noticed that, Jitendraji, what you just mentioned. First of all, I want to congratulate you with having such a vast, range of topics that you've included in one book. I really am very excited. You must have done a lot of extensive research for that, for you to be able to put it all in one book.
I experienced over the last 25 years.
Yes.
An experience rather. I mean, the title itself I have written, Anubhav Siddh Talasparshi Margdarshika. That means thorough guide based on experiential thorough guide. Experience,
yeah. So meaning it's not just reading in a book and sharing it. It's everything you've been through yourself. That's very beautiful.
Yeah. Even crystals are covered.
Yeah, oh, crystals as well. Oh my gosh.
Aromatherapy.
Okay. So really about healing ourselves, there's something about meditation when people, this is my last question to you. If we, for example, do regular meditation, especially both of us, we do Samarpan meditation, and following the teachings of Swami Shiv Kripanand Swami, but we are also open to learning many things because everything leads to the same place anyway, whatever works for each person. But when we follow this, we find that we automatically feel a very joyful and blissful feeling, because it's not something we have to try. We feel healed. We feel, what is that? Why do we feel this? It can't be explained to people that how do you naturally feel happy all the time?
Because we remain unaffected by various circumstances. Unpleasant circumstances also don't affect to that extent. And if they affect only for a very short period. We don't stick to that. Before 5 years, this had happened. Before 10 years, this had happened. All those things are now gone days. So that happens. That's why.
So you learn to live in the present moment, but whatever you've been gifted
automatically
in this moment, because the other thing is only memories, nothing is gone. And future hasn't taken place yet. But if you can make the most of your present moment, this particular minute, at this moment, that's the only thing that matters really, right? Yes, that's a very
singing and see the people were singing and the atmosphere was different, right?
Absolutely, yes. Well,
for every chakra there is a rag, and beautiful Hindi songs are there. For the first chakra there is Kalyan. For the second chakra it's Yaman. Then for the third chakra it's Vimpalashi. For every chakra, for the seventh chakra it's Darbari. And I mean, if I'll say the name of the rag, it may not click to you, but the songs are very, very famous. Say Raga Darbari, then that means Janaka Janaka Tori Baje Paeliya. That is that song.
Yes.
Chandan Sabadan, Chanchala Chituvan.
Yeah.
So the only thing is the information should go to people, and they will be doing it easily.
Yes, well, we would love to have you back in one of our wonderful meditation and yoga sessions, where we will get a chance to really, really interrogate you further with many, many more questions, and maybe give you the chance to really share everything about what you want to share. And we all have to move on to our next guest, of course, Brian Coleman, who's here from the Rotary. He's actually the district governor from the Rotary and a club, and he's absolutely amazing. He's doing an amazing job. So Jitendra ji, thank you everyone. Do stay behind if you wish to join us for some of our panel discussions. And of course, we would like to wish you the best of luck for the book that you're going to get launched right now with the Gujarati book. And of course, you're writing. And share with us that if we wanted to find out more about you, where do we find out more? How do we get to hear more about your work?
Yeah, thank you everyone. Bye-bye.
Yeah. So where do we hear? Do you have a Facebook, Jitendra? Do you have a Facebook?
Patwari. That's Jitu Patwari.
Yes.
And my page is there, self-tune-in. The page is there, self-tune-in.
Self-tuning. Okay, so for all the audience members who want to know more about Jitendra Patwari ji, just go and check out Facebook called Self-Tuning and find out more about his work. Thank you, Jitendra ji, and a global namaste to you from Healing Our Earth and all our members here.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you. So we now move on to Brian Coleman. Brian Coleman is actually the district governor for the London district here in the UK. He's an amazing gentleman with a very good and very strong vision of how to make a huge impact, how to serve communities, and of course, how to